Ben from Gold Diggers. We've got a shop in Brisbane, and we've got a gold lease out at Warwick in Queensland, and we do all the Facebook live streaming. So.
Oh, okay. So what got you into this industry?
Oh well, I was out with my grandfather. My grandfather was a little kid digging his holes for him, and yeah, for a long period of time there, I went out with him a lot, and then at 18 or so, I bought my first detector, 17 or 18, and yeah, it's just gone on from there. And it's sort of expanded, and you have too many machines, and all of a sudden you've got a shop, and you've got a lease, and you've got an excavator, and you just get sort of possessed by gold, if you like. So.
And how do you find this event?
Yeah, this is a great event. This is going to be a big event the next. A big event this year, and it'll be even bigger next year. It's one of the best events in Australia that I've been to, certainly. So.
What's the biggest find you found in gold?
In gold, it's about 3 ounces, 3.2 ounces. But that was a long time ago. I'm still waiting for the next big one, but we tend to find a lot of little small bits and pieces on the lease. So there's just a little example of a day's work out the lease there.
Right.
So. It's about 15 grams there. So.
Okay.
Yeah, got a YouTube channel, website with shop in Brisbane. Yeah, you can always just pick up the phone and talk to me. I've got a phone that sits on me during the daylight hours, 7 days a week. So
what's some of the products you have?
So we sell basically all the brands of detectors. We sell a lot of the gold rack stuff, sort of the sluices and the high bankers, hands, all the gold melting gear. There's a range of stuff, all the picks and hammers and everything you need to go prospecting, whether it's for gems, gem sieves. We do a stack of gem sieves, but mostly gold and relic hunting.
Area and a bit of gold prospecting, so we updated our machines as we went along, and then we've detected all over Australia, and we've been international. We've been to Arizona and California and Italy with Garrett detecting to rallies and those sort of events, and with meeting prospectors from around the world. Then we started making YouTube videos around 2011. Sort of added another dimension to what we do, and the way we make videos is to include the history in the video. So we always go with a purpose to find a specific target or relic that was relevant to the history of the site. It helps date the site, and it's always satisfying to do a lot of research and then find, oh, okay, here I am. I know I'm here because the relics I dug up match my theory about what should be here. So a good example is an old Cobb & Co change station on the old Cobb & Co routes. And most of those old changes are way out in the bush in the middle of nowhere these days. They had to change their horses every 15 or 20 miles depending on the terrain. So you walk in there and you find an old stone foundation, and you start finding Victorian coins from the 1870s and 1880s. I've even found a coach plate off a coach, which is the maker's name, so the coach would have been wrecked or something, but that's the kind of artefacts and relics we find. We get a lot of Chinese relics in the goldfield because there's so many Chinese on the east coast, Chinese diggers in the goldfield, so you get Chinese coins, religious artefacts, opium relics, lots of opium relics, because they're all smoking opium, and the government was giving it out to people. That's the kind of history we find. A lot of World War II stuff in Queensland, because Queensland was the front line during the war. Camps and airfields all up the Cape, from Brisbane basically to the top of Cape York and onto the Torres Strait Islands. So there's no shortage of history to dig up, and then you've got the gold side of things where you can go prospecting for gold nuggets.